What kind of an idiot gets all suited up and excited to go out and ride on a day with a 100% chance of rain? Well, to paraphrase my good friend Taylor Swift, it's me. Hi, I'm the moron. It's me. It is raining, 100% chance of rain today, and I'm wearing a full suit of motorcycle gear, head to toe. Except I haven't put on my helmet yet because I've got new waterproof-ish gear to test, and before I recommend it to you, I want you to see whether or not it does what it claims to do. So today we are testing the new MSR Voyager gear. This is their entry-level gear, a step down from the MSR Explorer, which I tested and reviewed. I'll put that link for you up here. I really like that gear, and so far I'm impressed with this gear for the price, but let's go out and put it to the test. They claim it as a TPU waterproof coating. We're gonna find out today. And the other reason we're going riding today is because I sort of accidentally bought another motorcycle, so it's sort of new bike day. I bought a 500X, and well, some of you might recognize this one, but we'll talk about how that happened along the way. Worth mentioning, I'm also wearing the MSR Adventure boots, testing those out for the first time. They're supposed to be waterproof, so this will be a good day to find out if that's true, but let's go get wet. Yeehaw! What is flapping right here? Oh, I never took the tags off this jacket. Oops. That's dumb. I love it. It's a very dork on the road thing to do. Okay, for real this time. Probably. Maybe. Some of you know I was babysitting my brother's 500X for the last couple months. He moved into a place without a garage, and so he's been keeping it in my house. And I've gotten out and made a couple videos on it, but I had plans to do more than I have, and he got in a position where I really needed to sell it, and he didn't have the title in hand, and I knew it was going to be a pain to get somebody to agree to give him money and then wait for the title to come. So I decided to just be a good big brother and buy the thing from him to help him get out of it, get the title, and then that way the added bonus is I can make content on it for a couple more months, because there are a few videos I want to make. I want to make a comparison with the Rally, and I want to do a real review of this thing, and this way I'll be able to do that. So this is not a long-term thing. It's more like I bought myself a couple months to make content and then I'll have to sell it, but that's why I bought the 500X. It's not as exciting as a random new bike day, but I do think this is a good entry-level adventure bike. I think it's underrated, and the more I ride it, the more I like it. It's a turkey in the road. So, dork in the road, turkey in the road, whatever. Today's not about the new 500X. Today's about this Voyager gear, and like I said, it is their more entry-level gear, very budget-friendly. And to be honest with you, I have my doubts about whether or not it's actually waterproof, because it does not have a waterproof liner. It just has a waterproof coating. So the question is it gear that's fine if you get caught in a sudden rainstorm, or is it gear that you can go out and ride in the rain on purpose in? And I'm pushing that to the extreme today on the day with a 100% chance of rain to find out for you. So let's ride. Couple things about this jacket and pants to know. I already mentioned the flexible armor. It's not D3O, but it is CE rated flexible armor. Again, they have failed to add a zipper to attach the pants to the jacket, which I just do not understand and dislike, but I just went and bought another pair of those Dutch fireman's suspenders I like so much for like $8, and you know, that solves that problem for me. It's a much lighter jacket and pants than the Explorer pants, I mean like weight-wise. And it comes in two colors. There's a black and a gray that I'm wearing right now, and it's like $200 for the pants and $250-ish I think for the jacket, which is a very good deal for what I think is a very quality set of beginner level, entry level gear. And I have used a lot of entry level gear, a lot of cheap gear. I've used half of what Cycle Gear sells, and in fact I went there at the beginning of this year because I put on some weight over the summer and none of my old gear was fitting, and I went and bought a set of Sedici Garda gear that I wore actually in the first extended test ride of this bike, now that I think about it, and I got soaked through very quickly in that gear. It was not waterproof at all. even though it claims to be. And so this feels more substantial in terms of slide protection. It has better armor and more armor. This comes with a back pad. And I'm drier at this point than I was in that comparably priced gear from Cycle Gear. So again, initial impressions, but that's where we're at right now. I feel very good about this gear. It just has a good solid feeling to it. It has tape seams. Everything is double stitched, high abrasion resistant fabric in the wear areas, and including the bottom of the jacket, which is an area that sometimes gets neglected when they start throwing high density fabric on. It looks good. It's a bigger cut, so a more American cut, which means plenty of room to put layers on underneath. It does not come with any zip-in liners, no zip-in waterproof liner, no zip-in thermal liner. It is just the shell, which I like because it allows me to customize. I have the MSR mid layer, which is great, honestly, and it's really not expensive, but I'm just wearing, right now, smart wool base layers underneath, and I'm pretty warm, and it is 45 degrees today. So take that as with a grain of salt, or as you will, or whatever. I'm gonna get some gas. This has adjusters at the biceps. The knee armor and the elbow armor is adjustable. It comes with a back pad. I don't know if I said that. That Sedici armor I bought did not come with a back pad, so there's another bonus. About another 15 minutes we'll be in the woods, so I'll catch up with you then. So here we are in the lovely, lovely woods. It is very much spring, and you know what they say about April showers, they bring dork content. I don't know, I'm out here riding in it because I don't have a choice. But it's also the only way to test rain gear properly. I'm not out here theorizing about whether or not it's waterproof. I'm out here testing it, whether or not it's waterproof in the freaking rain. My biggest concern, if I have one about this gear, it's not durability, it's not build quality, it's the venting. It's not going to be year-round gear, just like I don't think the Explorer is year-round gear, unless you are just really heat tolerant or just don't ride when it's above about 80 or 90 degrees. But the venting on this is not as good as on the Explorer because there's no chest vents, it's only arm vents, decent exhaust vents, and there's two big vents on the front of the pants and two big exhaust vents on the back of the pants. So if it's hot, it's probably not the best gear for that. This is more of a spring, early summer, and late summer, fall gear, if you ask me. And winter, where that's what we're testing today, is like, is it viable for super rainy days? And I kind of at least suspected at first that that's not what it was for, and it's more of a, I think I've said this before, but more of a set you want to wear if you get caught in the rain, but not a set to wear if you're setting out to go out in the rain or the snow or what have you. But so far so good. I've been impressed. I'm always impressed by Rocky Mountain stuff. There's some really nice touches on this gear that you don't see on entry-level gear. There's YKK Aqua Guard zippers. That's a nice touch. It's got a felt lining around the collar. It's got button snaps on the pants on the cuff. You usually only see Velcro on low-end gear. And the cuffs are very wide on the bottom, which is super nice. It's almost like they designed it to be used with adventure boots, like crazy. You go out and buy adventure gear, and sometimes it's all you can do to get it over a pair of motocross boots. Not so with these pants. I honestly think I could get them over my motocross boots without even unzipping the gusset, which is crazy. It does have that gusset in the crotch. I understand that that's to keep you from getting water in through that zipper, but it is annoying when you have to pee while you're riding. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I mentioned it in every review video. I'm also rocking the MSR, the waterproof gloves today. The cold weather gloves is what they're called. I've been wearing these all winter, and they've been really good, especially for the price. So I'm of the opinion so far that this gear is going to be a fantastic value for the money, and we're going to do about another hour out here, and we'll find out, riding through some puddles and stuff, if that is the case. So far so good. I definitely can tell that the outside is wet, but I don't feel wet, and that's an important distinction. I'm also wearing the MSR Adventure boots. I think I mentioned that. First impressions of those, the bottom is very, very stiff. I think there's a steel shank in there. If not, then it's an incredibly stiff whatever the hell it is. It feels like a piece of wood, which is great for standing up when you're riding off-road. So many adventure boots forget that part, or I should say adventure boots, because you need that extra support so that when you're standing on the peg, it feels like you're standing on a platform, and it just makes it easier to stand, move your foot around, and all that stuff. They're supposed to be waterproof, so we'll see if that's the case today. I am a little worried that they're a little flexible. They're more like the Forma boots and less like a full motocross boot, or even like the Alpine Stars boots I have, which have a little bit more side-to-side protection. So they're going to be great on the road, but I worry about them in really technical stuff. I like the sole on the boots a lot. It's like a hiking boot sole, which you don't get on a lot of MX boots and stuff. It's, you know, we actually get off the bike and walk around and need to have traction in crappy conditions, us adventure and dual sport riders. So I'm thinking they're a really nice entry-level boot. So if you're trying to get started without breaking the bank, I'm just really impressed with this MSR gear. And I explained this before, and I'm just going to throw it out there again. They're not paying me to make these videos. They just send me the gear to try out, and I'm particularly interested in entry-level options for new riders and quality options at a good price, which is why I fixate on their stuff, because I think that's what it is. And yes, if you click my link, I will get a commission if you buy it. So, you know, don't if you don't want to. I don't care. I just want you to save money. So I'm trying to give you my honest opinion on this gear, but it doesn't matter what I say. Someone's going to call me a shill, and that's fine. Go spend $700 on climb. I don't care. I have a lot of climb gear too. It's all good stuff. But if you're trying to save a buck without giving up your skin, I highly recommend this MSR stuff. And the reason they can make it so cheap is because they cut out literally 2 middlemen, because MSR is a Rocky Mountain brand, which means Rocky Mountain is the manufacturer and the retailer and the distributor. So those 2 other middlemen get cut out so they can make a higher quality product and sell it at a lower price and still make money. Oh yeah. We're trying to test the waterproof gear, so I'm hitting puddles on purpose. Or I'm just a bad rider, or both, who knows? We'll see. Man, these boots, okay, these boots are nice, like, because the foot pegs on this bike suck for this off-road riding. The stock ones, they're not good. And so this giving me a flat platform to stand on is very nice to have. So well done, well done. Okay, my favorite branch is right up here, I think. I'm gonna try to put my goggles on. Oh, this is the branch, look, here it is. I actually spotted it this time because I was thinking about stopping to put goggles on for once. The gear, so in terms of comfort, moving around on the bike, it's good. A lot of mobility. Like I said, there's a lot of room inside of it, so you feel like you have a lot of space to move around. I didn't find the pants to be overly tight. They fit kind of true to size. People always ask me about the sizing. These are about the same size I wear in jeans, or I actually went slightly bigger on these pants just because I like to have room to get a base layer underneath. So either buy the size you wear in pants or a size up if you want room to put stuff underneath, but they pretty much fit true to size in my experience. Jacket too, I'm the same size jacket. I'm a 2XL t-shirt, I'm a 2XL jacket in this stuff. So there you go. That's sizing in this gear. Oh, I haven't taken a thumbnail pic today. Better do that. Let's try this. That could work. That could work. Let's just see what happens. All right, let's get a look at how soaked I am right now. Oh, you know, it's definitely wet, but I'm not feeling anything on the inside. So I feel like that's a win. That's a win, bro. Pretty good win. The nicest thing about riding in the rain is you always have the woods to yourself. The dangerous thing about riding in the rain is you always have the woods to yourself, which is why I have my inReach. Moving on down the hill, we're actually almost out of the woods, so we'll get another half an hour of highway and then some final conclusions when we get back to the house. Kind of cool view. A little rainy, shockingly. That road down there is where we're headed. Keep thinking I'm going to ride this in the rain and it's going to clean it off, and I go out and ride through a bunch of puddles and it just comes home dirtier than when I left. So that's foolish of me, I guess, to think. Okay, now we have about another half an hour of highway back to the house. So it's going to be a very good rain test of this gear. Let's get there. Mission accomplished. Well, I'm wet. But how wet am I? Let's see if I'm wet under here. I put on a gray shirt, so it should be easy to see if there's water anywhere. I feel, is my back wet? I don't think it is. Okay, I'm impressed. Okay, I'm impressed. The other thing I'm impressed by is usually the weak point of waterproof gear or whatever, like nearly waterproof gear, is submersion. And I've come across this problem multiple times in pairs of pants where I've been sitting on a wet seat. That's usually the first place the waterproofing fails. And my butt feels perfectly dry. I will save you the disrobing to check. Yeah, it looks like there's a little water here. Yeah, that's splash up. Can you see? It's that gut problem I was telling you about. It's because I'm riding through puddles, so I didn't get it cinched down all the way on the bottom. But okay, well, that's a seriously impressive piece of entry-level ADV gear. My feet are also perfectly dry, and my boots are soaked. Here, I'll show you. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Boots are more comfortable than I expected them to be. I really thought that flat sole was going to be a problem, but it wasn't on the ride. Boots are soaked. Obviously, my pants were covering the upper part, but no moisture whatsoever. My sock is perfectly dry. That's about 2 hours of riding in the rain, on and off road, splashing through puddles, and all I got was like a little water here and there. That's really good. The old Battleborn gear used to be the gold standard in entry-level adventure gear. Obviously, they stopped selling that, and I just think they passed the torch onto this Voyager gear. It is way better than it has any right to be for the price. Full review coming soon, but if you have questions, leave them in the comments. I will link the gear for you so you can check it out. The price is insane. If you did get some value out of the video, please consider subscribing because I'm the dork in the road and I want to be your internet riding buddy. Make sure you're subscribed for more CB500X content, for the full review of this gear, more gear overviews, adventures, and other great stuff. But for now, and as always, I just want to say, please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.